2025 appropriation bill of 605 billion 76 million 76. Let me take it again. 506 billion 605 billion. Sorry. 776 billion. Sorry. It's confusing me. Okay. Sorry. Yes.
Order in the house, please. Mr. Speaker must be held in silence, please.
605 billion, and details of the budget proposal for your consideration and approval. Thank you for your kind consideration.
Well, good evening. Thank you very much all for joining me. My name is Mazezoke, and I can see that, in fact, it's confusing me. It's confusing me. I don't know what is happening. Something is confusing me here. I hope you can hear me loud and clear, right? It's confusing me. And I'm trying to say something 6 million, 5 million, 604 million, you know, no matter the amount. But I think something that has happened that really I find awkward and has really ilked me is as follows. I read that the Edo state government had arrested the NTA staff that's, you know, broadcasted this. You know, yesterday I told us in my broadcast that when people came out to say that this gaffe was doctored, I said, some people, you know, I tried to explain it on my live stream, but without giving much out. Because there was a push notification. The person who brought out this was doing a screen recording. What they didn't know is that some of us already had the whole live stream saved somewhere. And when they started with these, you know, they engaged the man called Reno Omokri. And many of them, they thought is normal pushback. Oh, the obedient did this, the obedient didn't do the other one. Hold on, can you hear me? Quickly. Hold on. Can someone confirm? Let me just quickly check a feedback. I should have done that, but I can see that from the console. If you can hear me loud and clear. You should be able to hear me loud and clear, right? Oh, sorry, quick. Okay, so you can hear me loud and clear. Oh, that sorry, is, quick. Yeah, I can say that you so can hear me loud and clear. So you can hear me loud and clear. That is given. Now, what I was trying to say is that when we understand what has happened and why they wanted to cover this story up, it's, you know, it's tragedy. Mistakes can happen. Someone can actually have a gaffe, and I somewhat, like, if you follow me on Twitter, you will see that earlier in the morning when I woke up, when I thought about my broadcast last night, and when I woke up this morning, one of the first things I did was to say, I do think that the governor may be dyslexic, maybe suffering from dyslexia. That means someone, you know, not necessarily speech impediment, but someone that appears, you know, I mean, I'll get a definition for us, you know, very shortly. And when we look at this, one thing that bothers me is to note that they actually attempted to arrest the reporter who streamed live. You know, many of you may not be in this business, but I am aware that many politicians prefer for their events to be recorded as to live stream. But as producers, most times it's easier for us to live stream because you do not have much post production work to do. Secondly, because many of our viewers want real life as it dey happen, as it dey hot. Therefore, in a place where you have good internet, most times you tend to want to stream live. Now, this is then what happened. Let me quickly read that for us. This is from Nigerland. Breaking news: NTA correspondent arrested over Okpebelo's budget broadcast gaffe. In an outrageous turn of events today, an NTA correspondent covering the live broadcast of the budget presentation was arrested after defying a security directive to halt the stream. The incident unfolded when the governor's security aide, accompanied by his hype men, demanded that all media outlets shut down their coverage and surrender their cameras. But in what can only be described as a last-ditch effort to maintain transparency, the NTA correspondent continued the live broadcast, which was later seized upon by the PDP loyalists. I believe they want to write APC. I don't know how PDP will be supporting APC, but again, Truth Live News gathered that the governor's team, embarrassed by the broadcast, clearly failed to anticipate that the critical moment of his budget presentation, making yet another slip up, would air publicly, stirring cause both in the chambers across the state, while the correspondent has defended their action, stating that once the broadcast went live, it couldn't be cut off. The damage had already been done. Well, again, it appears these people do not understand how live broadcasting works. They think it's just recording or whatever it is. So, in my view, looking at this, it's enough to say that the governor obviously, things probably didn't pan out well, and he made a gaffe. As I said, I can't emphasize that enough, that people can actually make gaffes. I mean, that's is not a crime. That things didn't work out. You didn't pronounce the words the way you had wanted to pronounce them. It's not something to be overly ashamed of. But it also brings something else to the table, which is during the or before the run up of the during the last election in Edo. Recall that this was the same man that many people actually were clamoring for him to come for a debate. At some point, I think Arise TV even offered, what does it take, even if it means them actually interviewing him in their local language or get an interpreter, but the guy still bunked it and the guy didn't want to come. Like I said earlier, this was my tweet. Before I even knew that's you can see my tweet was around 11 a.m. So now I said the following, and this is what I genuinely from my heart, because I'm not an Edolite. I'm a Nigerian, proud one at that, who thinks that square pegs should be fitted in square holes. And I tweeted and I said, I think the Edo State governor might be dyslexic and shy. If identified early, which I believe this could have been addressed. When children are dyslexic, in In Europe and America, when a child is slightly dyslexic and they say, okay, they've identified it, if in exam they have an hour or an hour 20 minutes to write, that child is given 20% extra more time, because they believe that when someone is dyslexic, that it takes them more time to read
Yes,
and it takes them more time to comprehend. Again, it doesn't mean that that individual will not amount to anything in life, but actually it's a way of then offering them help while they still go for therapy. Now, I asked, the question is, will he be bold enough to champion awareness and seek therapy if so identified? I don't know if that is the case, but I'm now assuming that is the case. Will the governor be bold enough to accept help? Can he rise above, or will he let the same system that failed him to also fail others? That's me posing this question. However, the poto happened. While we thought we were to address the governor as a normal human being, the APC chairman in Edo State now came in with paint, not even normal paint, real poto paint, black and white paint, and painted the whole street in a manner that I said, politicians, you guys can never change. This is APC governor, this is APC chairman, some say APC interim chairman in Edo State, defending the gaffe that happened in Edo yesterday. Just for your ears, listen.
yes. It's been social media has been agog with the governor, our governor, budget presentation about mistake on 650 billion and the rest of it all. It's a normal thing. Zuma made such mistakes, and a lot of people make such mistakes. I
In the
don't know
beginning.
serious. You see, that is how to know original and innocent people. Obaseki will not make such mistakes because he has stolen billions before. Aswa Ighodalo will not make such mistakes because he has stolen billions before. Monday is not a thief, so he's not familiar with figures. So anybody who wants to talk and continue to talk is nonsense. He's the governor of the state, and he's the governor of the state. He's performing, and he'll continue to perform. And anybody who does not like his face should go to hell and burn to ashes. Period. And thank you.
Anybody who does not like the performing governor should go to hell and burn to ashes. Who has the door key? Bring the door key. All of you watching me now. Oh yeah, let us burn to hell. Let us drive to hell and burn to ashes. That's what a supposedly a party leader in Edo State just spewed with his mouth, that anybody who doesn't like the governor, nobody needs to like or hate the governor. By the way, everybody is shouting wonder performing governor. In 29 days, the governor has just been in office in less than 30 days. And you guys are already shouting wonder performing governor in 29 days. No be this governor.
The Edo State 2025 appropriation bill of 6 billion 605 billion 76 million 76. Let me take it again. 506 billion 605 billion, sorry, 776 billion. Sorry, it's confusing me.
Now, this thing has confused the governor of Edo State. And by this, according to this man, by this confusion, this is a testament, and this is all you need to know, that this man is a genuine governor. This man is a governor that doesn't steal. Now that everybody is being sued for defamation, I hope Aswe Gadalo and Baseki, I hope you're watching the video. you watched him too. You better consult your lawyers and see if you can extract some, unless you're stealing, because if you're not stealing, I believe by tomorrow you should actually be, challenging the man to show you where you kept those funds that he accused you of allegedly stealing. When a system fails, when a people fail, they resort to mundane talk. Absolute nonsense. Sorry, but that's what it is. It reminds me of someone who said, in case if you're dead, how will you know that you're dead? I don't know. If you're dead, you're dead. How will you know? Anyway, let's watch.
But I'm asking you, you wake up early in the morning, you get yourself dead. How can you feel? You wake early up in the morning, you get yourself, you are dead. How can you feel?
And that is it. Because as the way things are happening in Edo now, we just woke up. We don't know. Sorry. We don't know how we are feeling. Me especially. It's confusing me. So how are we feeling? I don't know. I'm feeling now, but I'm confused. Anyway, let's get the four musketeers in here. Oh dear. So let's get the four musketeers.
That's right.
Perfect.
Doctor has been lecturing us on the matters that involve Tapolingo.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're fine. You trust we're fine, guys. Well, all right. Good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending with a viral video of Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo, who during his presentation of the 2025 budget to the State's House of Assembly on Tuesday struggled with his delivery of the budget's numerical value, eliciting a wave of reactions. Let's take a look.
The Edo State 2025 appropriation bill of 605 billion 76 million. Let me take it again. 506 billion. 605 billion. Sorry. 776 billion. Sorry. It's confusing me. Okay. Since
Order in the House, please. Mr. Speaker must be held in silence, please.
605 billion and details of the budget proposal for your consideration and approval. Thank you for your kind consideration.
All right, this is the #1 trending video in Nigeria at this moment. I mean, we were getting reactions on social media. Some people were saying, was he doctored? Some people said, this is the wrong video. It's not true. It's not doctored. But you know what? The Edo State Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Jared Tenabit, tried to rationalize the inability of the state's governor to accurately read out the budget figures he presented to the Edo State House of Assembly. Well, here's what he had to say.
Social media.
See, Nigerians, if you really want to know by what this man said here, if you really want to know who steals or who doesn't steal, anyone who has, done his homework and does not, flickers when he speaks, or does not, in fact, let's say anyone who speaks well, make sure that, just begin to suspect that individual. If you go to your family meeting and your secretary or your treasurer, or financial secretary and your treasurer actually, is able to calculate fine and read out the numbers and how much you people have contributed so far, know that that person is stealing your money. That is the type of logic we have in this part of the world.
Been agog with the governor, our governor, a budget presentation about a mistake on 650 billion and the rest of it all. It's a normal thing. Zuma made such mistakes, and a lot of people make such mistakes. I don't know figures. You see, that is how to know original and innocent people. Monday is not a thief, so he's not familiar with figures. So anybody who wants to talk and continue to talk is nonsense. He's the governor of the state, and he's the governor of the state. He's performing, and he'll continue to perform. And anybody who does not like his face should go to hell and burn to ashes. Period. And thank you.
Are you agreeing?
You know, how can somebody, honestly, it's even the choice of word is it's unbelievable. If you don't agree with that, you have to go to hell and burn to ashes. I mean, I don't know which hell. If you have the keys, you can give us the keys. Then we'll attempt to see if we can all go in there. But like I said before, it's not a question of it's not a matter of liking or hating the governor. The Edo people have elected the governor to do the right thing for them, to also represent them. But I don't think that the smart and educated people of Edo are being represented well here. But again, Edo, no.
You agreeing?
That does not like my
what?
governor.
Really?
Really? Face should go to hell.
Okay. Well, he's saying that the governor is not a thief. That's why that's why he was not able to. Let me just take a reaction from Anthony. Anthony wrote, after watching Jared Tenebe, the acting chairman of the APC, attempt to justify incompetence with a nonsensical narrative, I couldn't help but shake my head in disbelief. How can someone in his position offer such an absurd defense for failures that are glaring to everyone? His attempt to mask incompetence with empty rhetoric is nothing short of insulting. I found myself asking once again, when and how did we get here? The people of Edo deserve better than this. We deserve leaders who are not just capable, but also accountable. It's a shame to see how low the bar has been set. It's moments like this that truly make you reflect on the state of our politics. We're led by people who think they can fool the public with empty words, all while the real issues go unaddressed. This is not the leadership Edo State deserves, and it's time for change, and we are counting on the judiciary to do the needful. I mean, there's been so much confusion online. I mean, even Reno Mockery pulled up, a video where, I don't know, the governor appeared to have serious propaganda. We have played the video here. It was not doctored. Here is Reno Mockery with that video saying that...
Now, because they were ashamed of what happened yesterday, so engaged social media influencers, those that they pay. Now, what you can use this, and Reno can now go on to, with defamation, whatever, right? Because what this actually now shows is that there are those who are in their pockets, those who do their hatchet job. And this is one of the things that Reno or Mockery had done in this case. Here in the video, you can see there 5 minutes, 9 seconds is what they circulated, telling people this is the full video, that they didn't make this gaffe. I said to them in defense, this video is still part of the other video. The whole video of the whole budget presentation is not less than 14 minutes. So that you cut 5 minutes, 9 seconds now to hoodwink everybody to think that this video is no longer what it is. It's basically could be said to be an insult. But again, they attempted, but in this case, they failed spectacularly.
The original video of Edo State governor before it was doctored. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll just take one more reaction. This person said, the Edo State governor has difficulties reading numbers. They should have written the amount in words for him. His handlers have done him a huge disservice. This does not in any way determine how well he will govern the state.
Now, again, I would also agree with this person, because we must always draw a line when we play politics and when we genuinely analyze things from an unbiased perspective. In this case, I said yesterday that you know, those of you who joined me last night, I said it very clearly here that one of the greatest disservice that those who handed him that deed was not to write those in letters. You know, sometimes, like I said, sometimes it can be confusing. These zeros, you know, once money gets into billions, trillions, and have some funny numbers, you know, scattered, you know, after the initial comma, it becomes confusing. The easiest way to have done that is that would have been written in words for him. Only when we confirm that was the case. Anyway, that should actually be the case, because normally it is standard practice that once a number is written and in bracket is also written in words, like when you want to sign a check. It's only when that is done, you know, is seen, can we probably then confirm whether they did right or whether he was, because I would be more than shocked to note that that was written for him and he still made that blunder.
Rufy on fire.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
You know me, I'm an interested party.
Yes, sir.
It was me that asked for interview. In case you know, it was me
And he
that asked
ran.
for interview. That they said I should go and bring $1 million. So.
Right.
And I'm not surprised that Jared Tenebe will say that it's because he doesn't steal money. This was the same Jared Tenebe that said Edo people, they are not washing their rice because they don't have money to subscribe for their DS TV. So I'm not surprised. But it speaks volumes. When we asked for debates, people thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
And people started supporting them. For me, it was not about any support for any political party. It was about interrogating who the person is. Correct. See, there are many things that is tied to a leader. Apart from political adulation and all of that, the person, the self. Why do we still talk about the likes of the Mobafemi Awolowo? Because they were leaders. They had embodiments. You can't make mistakes like this. Even the former governor of the state, an investment bank, cannot make mistakes like this. Even the opposition, Aswe Godalo, cannot make mistakes like this. But when we treat leaders or the leadership recruitment system, when it's flawed, and you see things like this, and you're wondering what is going on in the country. Okay. What is going on in the country? But for all the people that support these politicians, I ask them, can you make this politician your daughter's school teacher?
As long as he's not a thief.
So if you cannot, I let this person to teach your daughter in school.
No problem.
Then you want them to hold the position. Right. And those people that were trying to push propaganda, the video they were trying to parade that he read it well in some places is different from that particular number I stuttered on.
Exactly.
And that's why we are saying debates, please come. I want to also now reiterate my offer. Dear Governor of Edo State, nothing, no animals. We want you to succeed. Yeah. Come to this platform for interview. All right. Let's talk.
Rufai, actually, Rufai, you're just being very cheeky now. You say you're extending. The election is gone. The election is finished. So people might argue, or might even question, why would he then come back to Arise TV now? He no longer needs that. When that was needed, and he didn't come.
Let's talk about your plans and policies.
I know you want to say that. But I want to pull up the picture of the day, and it is the T-shirt that Edo people are selling right now. Can we pull up that T-shirt really quickly?
Come on, it is confusing me. You know, would you people buy if we put up these T-shirts or anything like that in our mesh shop? Should we create on our mesh shop here? Are you going to buy? It's confusing me. We might do, it's confusing me. Free delivery to me, whatever. If you guys are up to grab, especially those of you in the diaspora, we can.
Christmas T-shirt. It says, made in Edo, it's confusing me. Dr. Abate, Ayo, quickly, before Dr. Abate.
Should I go first so that you can wrap up the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, to be honest, I think Mr. Tenebe did a worse job or made the
Yes.
situation worse by
Yes.
coming out to give that statement. In
Correct.
fact, the other one where they were trying to tell people that that was a wrong video was even at an attempt to spin. But him coming out to say that it's because he cannot read figures like that because he doesn't steal.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that. So I wanted to make an attempt to read the figures, but so I don't say I'm stealing. Let me not read the figures. Because, I mean, in business meetings, if you've been in boardrooms or you handled such sums of money, it shouldn't be a big deal for you. On the other hand, a more intelligent argument for you might have been that everybody makes mistakes. People
Exactly.
can make you're not born an orator. Some people are not great public speakers. And so if you get in front of an audience, if you are presenting such an important document to the people of Edo State, you might have gotten a bit nervous because of the passion you wanted to exude and you missed the numbers. Simple way of correcting situations, not making people feel as if we are stupid or taking the people that are listening to you for fools. In fact, Rolake Akinkunmi-Filani, when we're having the conversation, gave a very good reason why this could have happened. He might be dyslexic.
Yeah.
He might have reading challenges, and there's nothing wrong with it.
With that.
President Zuma of South Africa made a lot of blunders when he was speaking. In fact, we all know in the beginning, we all joked about it. So there's nothing, we're not expecting perfection. But what we're asking is that let the people know the truth. If the man made a mistake, he's not infallible. He's human. But the other part of it is, again, competence. And the fact that we had said it, because during the campaign season, it was a matter that was raised a number of times that he cannot read the document. And so this almost seemed like a proof of that. But just to say that there are better ways of managing situations like this rather than coming to insult the intelligence of people who are watching.
Well, I sympathize with the people of Edo State. The state that produced Professor Ambrose Ali, the state that produced my former teacher, Professor Osareme Osumbo, has now produced an individual who cannot even pronounce 650 million, or is it a billion? Billion. 650 billion. Finding it very difficult. I don't understand this argument about his being dyslexic and all of that.
It could be dyslexic. I'm sure.
Well, that has to be medically proven. I think.
No. Ruben Abati here. I don't know. Let me come in here, guys, in defense of the governor. If I may come in here in defense of the governor, let me quickly share this with us. You know, if I share this and I say to us, this is the definition of, dyslexia. Is dyslexia, for those of you who do not know this until this moment, what that means. He says dyslexia is a learning disorder that involved difficulty that involve difficulty reading due to problem identifying speech sound and learning how they relate to letters and words, that is decoding. Also called a reading disability, dyslexia is as a result of individual differences in areas of the brain that process language. Dyslexia is not due to problem with intelligence, hearing, or vision. Most children with dyslexia can succeed in school with tutoring or specialized education program, emotional support, and emotional support also plays an important role. Though there is no cure for dyslexia, early assessment and intervention result in the best outcome. Sometimes dyslexia goes undiagnosed for years and isn't recognized until adulthood, but it's never too late to help. What are the symptoms? Some of them, the parents can now help us here. Late talking, learning new words very slow, problem forming words correctly, such as reversing words in words or confusing words that sound alike, problem remembering or naming letters, numbers, and colors, difficulty learning nursery rhymes or playing reading games. So these could be, part of what we now say here could be attributed to children. So again, one part is you're looking at it in Edo State. Many believe that Edo may have, or INEC according to the argument posited by some NGOs and even Athena Foundation by Osita Chidoka, that INEC may have rigged in someone who is uneducated, someone who is not learned, and someone who is, I don't know, but that could have been the case. On the other plank, some of us are then arguing, is he really an illiterate, uneducated person? Is that something that was not flagged off when he was a child that is impeding him from achieving his potentials? If that be the case, are there things that he could do, and even now as a governor, to ensure that children in Edo State that may be suffering from this could get early intervention? I do not know the answers. Abati, you may continue.
That what we are suspecting here is a question of what Edo people ordered and what they were given. You know, they do this thing on social media. Yeah. What I ordered, what I got. This is a state that has Asue Godalo, who has been chairman of a bank, who knows about numbers, who knows about law, you know, who will have pronounced very well. Yeah. Now, democracy throws up its own tricks. This is what Edo State people, this is what they say they have ordered. Let them live with it for the next 4 years. That's number one. Number two, the gentleman called Tenebe, Jared Tenebe, I hope he realizes that what he has done is just to put himself in the line of defamation. Yeah. Because he was saying that Obaseki is because he stole money. If he were the one, he would have been able to pronounce the figure as a thief. Now, he will have to provide that proof if Godwin Obaseki decides to go after him. He also went further to say, well, maybe Asue Godalo, who is a thief, would have been able to pronounce the figure because he's also used to billions. Asue Godalo is a lawyer, and he's an educated man. He may well decide to ask the APC chairman of Edo State to come and prove it that he has stolen money. That's why he will be able to pronounce billions. And to show him where he had pronounced billions before. Right. The third point is that, look, this is the point we make about leadership recruitment. One of the biggest problems with Nigerian democracy is leadership recruitment.
Cucumbers and carrots.
Why is it that it's people who have godfathers, people who have money, people who have subservient, you know, Division 3 personalities are the ones who get to important positions. We will sit here one day in this country, a tout will be appointed a minister of the Federal Republic.
It has happened before now.
And all of us, which tout? Don't identify. No, please. No, please don't mention him. Don't mention him.
That said they were motor parks before and
but don't mention him.
They're already there now.
So
leadership motor park origin.
Leadership
recruitment in this country.
Leadership recruitment process. It is not for nothing that in
I
a
will
place
not
like
join them. I will mention
they will
them
say, oh,
too.
this person went to Oxford,
But
this
they can
person went to.
in the
They will
comment section,
study you
you know
carefully.
this.
Yeah, we just throw up
As
all
many-
kinds of characters.
All right.
Finally, what's his name? Okpewolo. The drama around him was enacted during the presentation of the appropriation bill for 2025 in Edo State. I think the bigger challenge is for the people of Edo State to take a look at that budget, which is 3 times the last budget that was presented by Obaseki, and to make sure that that is a budget that will serve the interests of the people. If the governor himself cannot even pronounce the numbers, what is he going to manage?
Let me bring some balance, Dr. Abati. Let me bring some balance here.
Okay.
At the end of the day, in the end, the governor presented the budget with ease. He titled the appropriation bill, "The Budget of Renewed Hope for a Rising Edo." Well, during his presentation, he noted that the proposed budget, estimated at 605 billion naira, reflects a 25% increase from the 2024 budget. Let's take a look.
So, Oji says that this is a budget of renewed hope. That is what the governor tagged his. Budget of renewed hope. That means nobody saw the budget before then, because when renewed hope do something, they do something in
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me.
So I hope the budget was properly, within the last 1 month, looked into, or he did it in a way that the opposition may not spy on him. Or is the budget going to be like when from the head they told us that they were going to do this to us? Many of you didn't pay attention. Now we have the reform tax bill.
We reduce the purchasing power of the people. We can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes. And
So what the analogy I'm trying to draw here is that this budget has been called the budget of renewed hope. They say once bitten, twice shy. The national budget of renewed hope that we have had turned into budget of renewed shagging, to a point that even ministers went to church to sing for things to.
Of days, as old as you are, as old as you are, yes, sir, you will never.
Well, whether it a change or not, I am not the one. But you know that at some point, even supporters were so confused, because the supporters were, they wanted to speak, but they spark, and they could not finish their.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation.
You see, that is those supporters who were declaring without equivocation. They could no longer equivocate. So the people of Edo, as Ruben Abati clearly said, it is time to put eye on the ground to look for the real deal within this budget. The real deal. Person will no fit count one. If he count two, if your governor has the difficulties in even telling you the total number or the total figure of the budget, will he have the competence to even do the implementation? I don't know.
Mr. Speaker, the proposed budget size for 2025 fiscal year is 605 billion. This is 25% increase from the 2024 budget. 35% of this sum, amounting to 223 billion, will be deducted for recurrent expenditure, which the remaining 381 billion, which represents 65%, will go into capital projects. Road infrastructure. It is our plan to make a huge difference in the road sector. Therefore, we have appropriated 162 billion for road development across the state. We are aware of the importance of connecting communities with motorable routes for a rapid economic growth.
Well, Ayo here, he was able to read out those numbers, so it may not be dyslexia after all.
No, but there were whole numbers he read out.
Well, that I guess he even. Some people said he dropped the 0.7 in the 605, but we don't. I mean, he was able to read out some numbers. But some of his supporters have hailed him as well. They have. They really have. Last week, the governor embarked on the inspection of public schools and expressed his displeasure at the dilapidated structures, poor sanitary and learning conditions at the schools. The governor was accompanied on the tour by the chairman of the State University Basic Education Board and other top government officials. His supporters during the tour hailed him as the best performing governor. Let's take a look.
The performing governor, Oga will not fail, Mr. Project. Oh God, talk on that, oh God. My God, no dey fail.
You see, in public office, you must be very wary of these type of individuals. How can a man who is barely 1 month in office, una don dey call am oga wey no dey fail? Has he done anything? How could you be calling him the Toknadu governor? What has he spoken? What has he talked? He has not even sparked. So he hasn't said anything. There's nothing already done. But here is someone already shouting, Toknadu governor, this, that. Come on, be wary of this level of sycophants. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. This is, dangerous level of sycophancy. To understand that someone could actually be just, because he's just come out, he's there shouting, Toknadu governor. Toknadu governor. Now, wow.
The working governor. The
Maybe
working
one person,
governor. No matter. No matter. Edo is happy. Edo is happy. Edo is happy. Edo is happy. No matter. This one a new era. See, and Ashomole and I built this school. 2016. Now Ashomole finished this school. Our pastor he come here, he give here to Edo Best. But today, the governor is here. He wants to take it for your Ashomole stuff. He wants to take it for your Ashomole stuff. So, the executive governor of Edo State, Edo 001.
Forming governor. Performing governor.
Performing way we never start.
As half Edo State, this is the problem with governorship, governance and leadership in Nigeria. Sycophancy.
Right.
Sycophants, he got inaugurated on the 12th of November of this year. Tomorrow will make it 1 month.
Yes.
In less than 1 month, they've adjudged him best performing. What has he performed?
Correct.
What has he done?
Inspecting schools
That
and
is,
sites
you
and
see,
roads.
So
That's what I mean. He's been going around doing that.
But I also blame the people who go out to elect. And because our standards are so low. What has he done in less than a month that he's been adjudged best performing governor?
All right, let's look at him.
You think if that one, let's say my performing governor, you think if he had a very good job, he would be doing all of that?
That's another.
Exactly. Bagam Rufai. If the man had a job, he won't. I know one time there was this craze in my part of the world where, people would just every day come out, full the streets that they are demanding for whatnot. And I asked myself, after looking at them one day, looking at the level of young men come out in the street, and I say to myself, were these men to be employed and gainfully employed, would you see them here? If they were repairing someone's car, if they were, if they had gone on a night shift and came back and, and sleeping just to go on another night shift, you wouldn't see them on the road. And you see, because of a lot of things is not going right, that's why you see this level of sycophancy. And outside the camera, you might see the governor, you go dash on something. Boys must drink water now. But anyway.
Well, Edo State, but they say I don't know they carry last. Let's see what's going to happen in the near future for the people of Edo State.
You said it was Ogun State.
Ogun State.
That doesn't carry last. Now it's Edo State. No,
Nigeria,
stay with Ogun State.
Nigeria, no, they carry last.
No,
How about
stay
that?
with
No, before Ogun State, Lagos. So
I said Lagos. Okay, can I just say Nigeria, no, they carry last at the end of the day. Well, in another development, this time in Akwa Ibom.
Before we enter this one, we must finish this Edo matter. Before we go Akwa Ibom, and from Akwa Ibom go Abuja, we must finish this Edo matter. If we don't finish this Edo matter now, none of you they go anywhere. We must finish this Edo matter because this Edo matter, it get as it be. So even if we go now, if the governor they are calling performing governor, this driver where they cry say for Sapele Road where they do, we no fit go front, we no fit go back. So governor. We fit go front.
5 days it is support road. I know go back, I know go front. I know Giri make you go back. I know Giri make you come. The road you don't support. The people ask I know Giri make you open the road. While I do no back, no foot, nothing. Government no look at the people. What you call government be this? I beg government the beg pays.
So government, you don't look at this man I the beg person. As the man is the beg person, make it something happen. Make we fix this road. Huh? Make we fix this road. Oh, do you want to?
The first subsidy is gone.
Okay. You see, the first subsidy is gone in less than 30 days. In less than 30 days, the other governor could not read out the numbers. In less than 30 days, he's been adjudged the best governor in Edo State. What? Or in Nigeria, Kumaself, those of you that are in your second term, you are not doing so well. You have to do so well, and in order to compete and beat the Edo State government, what are you doing? Anyway, in Akwa Ibom, as you move to Akwa Ibom, that's when we talk about that leadership. One thing again, the same level of people talking without understanding, high-sounding grammar, like our good friend that said here also.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum.
With all the igodomigodo, with all the, the vibration of that dictum, his brother in Akwa Ibom had the following to say.
State, an aide to Senate President Godswill Akpabio, in a video now making rounds on social media, congratulated the state's governor, Pastor Umo Eno, on the demise of his wife. Let's take a look.
I won't say anything, but for me, the last thing to say, let me first of all congratulate His Excellency, the governor of the state, over the demise of his dear, lovely wife. I want to wish all of us a very happy stay today. May God bless you. Thank you.
Well, when I said division 3 people are the ones who get into government, this is a perfect exemplification, illustration of my point about the leadership procurement, leadership recruitment process in Nigeria. Okay, a man has lost his very darling,
and you're saying congratulations to him.
And at the funeral, you go there and you say you congratulate him. I mean, what kind of characters are these? These are the kind of leaders you have. One day, this same character will be promoted.
He will become a president.
Principle, beyond the level of his competence. Yes. And he will go to an international community and embarrass Nigeria by just talking from the wrong side of his brain. The thing speaks for itself. He speaks for himself.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Who goes to a funeral to congratulate the family?
He should apologize. This man.
Let's rethink English as our first language.
His name, by the way, is Udu Akudo.
I think that's one of the big, it's a big challenge. Let's rethink. English is not our first language. Let's rethink it. I think it's a problem.
Wait, with due respect.
Maybe what he wanted to say was congratulate him on the success of being able to bury his wife and give her a fitting, send forth.
No, he said demise.
I'm trying.
Why are you editing him?
I'm trying.
We had him now.
I'm trying to help him.
That's how I know. Everything is called. Politicians in their dictionary. I congratulate you, remember? I congratulate you. Maybe he has. They've not taught him commiserate. He's not there yet. So I congratulate you. I congratulate you. When you got there, because they've not taught him commiserate, just say, I congratulate you on the demise of your wife.
Come on.
No commiserate. Not commiserate.
No, don't worry. Very soon he will come and say this is AI generated.
Yes, okay.
And that he was quoted out of context. Just be prepared.
Okay, yes, no problem.
They will say this is AI.
He can even sue for defamation.
What the country?
What a country.
He can even sue for defamation.
All right, let me take a deep breath. We'll take another story. The immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello.
Anyway, we're not interested in Yahaya Bello's story here. Now, You have seen this. This is where we are. We are now in a country where, you know, numbers, for the last time, let's listen to these numbers. Then we'll move to Abuja and what Wike is doing in Abuja. That will keep you and that must bother you, because when you watching now think you are in a safe place, when you see the things that happened in Abuja between yesterday and today, you may have a rethink. Okay. Now, where do we even start? Let's start from the beginning. This video is credited to Very Dark Man. Be the judge.
This estate since 2006, and I've been living here with my family in harmony. Everybody is in peace, and you know, we are just like one big family around. We don't.
Bear in mind that the people you're seeing here are Italians living with Nigerians in this particular neighborhood. The story will blow your mind as to what is happening in Nigeria as of today. You cannot believe that in the year 2024, some of you call him the damn God. Some say he's the mini God. Some say, what is he actually doing in Abuja? A man who is from the opposition, the PDP. But because he rigged the election for the president in his state, they even jokingly, when they came to pay him visit, they say, we asked him to only make sure that we get the required percentage, 10-15% in River State. Then they carried all the pot of soup and dumped in our front. In all this, you ask yourself, why would a man like Wike be so aggressive in this land acquisition that then he's now being fingered that he has interest in those areas using a proxy and a third party? Just have a listen.
Have any problem. Just, you know, suddenly something came up and tell us to just be evacuating or leaving this place, that they want to come and demolish. No way. It will be on our dead bodies. We are ready to die because of that. You can't just come.
Even the way the man they speak, self, you know, say the man don't Nigerianize, or the guy no be Italian again. All the civility of Italian in him is evaporated. He has drank Nigerian water, and the water close to Aso Rock, where the madness is being cooked, at that to start with. That means you go see something. You know.
It's not done. It's not like
we have families.
Look at
children,
the
you know.
people. Look at the old people there.
Like that.
And all the houses in this camp, no one house is vacant.
See?
All is full. All is full. So he will come and kick out 24 hours. Abi, we are animal or what?
Now, this land, as you can see, there's a notice. They gave them first notice 22nd November 2024. I'll give you a brief history of this land. This land is a 2.5 hectares of land, but now it's currently 2.2. And this is because there was a supermarket here initially, but the owner of the land, they came and met him and said, oh, we want to do a roundabout here. So please give us this place. That was how we gave them this land. So turn around and see the roundabout. Now, let me give you a brief history of the whole property. This property was allocated to this man, the owner of this land, to the company of the owner of this man, which is Polosa Nigeria Limited, who the CEO was Colonel Paul Egebo. It was allocated to them 1984. It was allocated to them 1984. This colonel was the first cadet of the NDA. His number is 001. He even wrote a book. He was also a veteran in the Civil War. He fought in the Civil War, and also at a point he started the sewage system in Abuja, where they are putting all these wires, they are passing all the wires underground, and now he died 4 years ago. Now, on the 22nd, they were giving a quick notice that they should present the document of this land. So the children took the document of the land and they went to present, but they didn't listen to them. They bounced them away. On the 28th of November, they now wrote to the minister and to FCDA to say, this land belongs to us. We have all the documents. What's going on? That was that same 28th in the evening, the minister's office wrote to them that they've revoked the land. And they came with a revocation letter that is dated October 10th, 2024. Meaning they've already revoked the land before they came with a quit notice. How do you revoke a land without informing the people living in the land? Their excuse is that the land is vacant. How is it vacant with all these houses that are inside? I will take you inside the estate. Now they came with a revocation letter, and these people are saying you cannot revoke our land. The only way you should revoke a land is when you want to maybe build a hospital, when the thing is of public interest, you want to build a hospital, you want to build a road, or you want to build a school. But none of this is happening, right? So you cannot revoke our land. Only for these people to start doing their research and found out that they've allocated the land to somebody else, and the allocation, the RFO was given to the person October 15th, 2024. Guess the crazy thing. They gave the person the RFO October 15, 2024 and gave him the CFO November 12, 2024. In the history of Nigeria, I never see where a person gets CFO in 2 weeks. I never even see where a person gets CFO in 1 year in the history of Nigeria. So you see something fishy is going on. You revoke land, you backdated a revocation of land, and you came and served them quick notice after like almost a month. Then again, you have given RFO to somebody which you also backdated and giving the person CFO on the 12th of November 2024. It didn't just stop there. Now they've given them another quick notice. Turn to the wall, quick. They gave them quick notice yesterday that they should evacuate. Now, this is the crazy part. When these people started looking for, okay, who did they allocate this land to? They found out that this land was allocated to Saravera Nigerian Limited. They quickly contacted Saravera Nigerian Limited and said, oh, hello, this land that they allocated to you is our land. We have the original papers of the land. This land belongs to us. We are living there. This land is not abandoned. We are all living there. There are a lot of people there, which I have also seen. These people now say, this is our company. We are no longer the owner of the company. We sold it to Wike. So you don't see where they go now. We sold the company to Wike. They are like, so this company is not for you again. They said, yes, this company does not belong to them again. Now, the current owner of the land is Kingsley Chinda, who is also from Port Harcourt. see where the person is from. Aba Road, Port Harcourt, 7110 River State. Do you understand? So it's not a coincidence. Wike is from Port Harcourt, these people is also from Port Harcourt. And the reason why they say they want to demolish this whole place, it is because they say the land is vacant, the land is vacant. Now, if you are coming to say that you don't like the current structures of the place, it makes sense. But you cannot revoke a whole land that belonged to a generation for years, where the whole families are living in, and you say you want to revoke it because you don't like what is there. Meanwhile, this place again, they close to Wike place. So Wike, what reason do you have to revoke this land when all original papers are here? Like I said, I'll post it on the screen. The original papers of the land is here. It was allocated 1984. It's here. To this person, who was the then colonel. A colonel who don't serve for this country. What was Wike doing in 1984 when this man, they fight? What was Wike doing when this man fight civil war? See him write book now, the first Nigerian cadet. 001. Is this how Nigerian will treat? Is this how Nigeria intend to treat the people that labor for our independence, the people that labored for this country to stand? This is the man that they said he puts Naim initiates the idea, maybe they put wire for underground, they put wire no day everywhere. And he just died just 4 years ago. And now we can collect land where they have all papers, allocating these lands to your brothers and your friends. Now they say nobody's living in the land. I'll take you inside. Come. Where they see all the families, where they stay inside. Where the families. So behind me are some of the residents of this estate. Some of them have gone to work. These are the ones that are around now. These include the children of the late colonel that founded this place and some of the people living here. So I'll leave it for, let's start with Papa. Papa said he has been here for how long, Papa?
From 1996.
From 1996, that's about 28 years now.
29 years.
28, 29 years.
29.
So you knew the late colonel that owned the land?
Of course. It's the first man I know.
And you have been living here since
I
then?
was living here from there that time up till date.
So as you can see, this place is a mixture of foreigners and Nigerians. You understand, living together in peace. If you look at the area, the place is very peaceful, you know. And like I said, this place, this whole land you are seeing here, it includes where they did the roundabouts. But because they came and said, oh, we need to bring development, create a road here, that's why the owner of this land gave them the roundabout, which by that time, the man had like a supermarket on that place. According to the story of the son, he had a supermarket there, but they demolished it and gave them the place. And now from nowhere, you are coming with a quick notice that they should evacuate the whole place. You now came again later when they said, we have the document, because some of the documents are here with me. So we have the document of this land. It was issued to us 1984. It was issued to them 1984. Next thing, say, we have revoked the land. They revoked the land. According to them, according to the letter, they revoked the land on the 15th of October. That was when they revoked the land. On the 10th of October, they revoked the land. So they already revoked the land before they even gave them quit notice, because the first quit notice came on the 22nd of November. Not knowing that even on the 15th, after they revoked the land, on the 10th of October, on the 15th, they already allocated the land, gave somebody RFO of the land on the 15th. And on the 12th of November, they gave the person CFO. Where you don't ever hear for the whole Nigeria say that they give person CFO in less than 3 weeks. You say this land is vacant, nobody they live there. All these people, they be Statue of Liberty. Are these people stones? Are these people rock? Turn around. I've taken you around already. Come on. I've taken you around. Look at people's cars. These are families. You cannot just wake up one morning and come and scatter the place. Well, let me leave the mic for the children of the man.
Well, thank you once again. If you can look behind, this is the community that lives here. I don't use the word people, community. Most of them, if not all, have not slept because of the notice served, 24-hour demolition notice. They've not slept. They have been communicating back and forth with people also know in Nigeria, not just to save their home, but to save their community. They are here. Look at everybody here. Everybody. They've been here. Whatever has been put out there, this is not an empty plot of land. Nobody here is a squatter. This is a community. This property has been in existence since 1981. And we've been given documents 1984. 1984. So if you are asking us to pay a penalty, tell us that. But don't just come overnight and tell us to leave. We're Nigerians.
Even if you are not Nigerians, you are foreigners.
Yes, we've contributed a quota.
You still have rights.
We have rights.
Even though you are not a Nigerian.
Yes. We are not happy.
You know, what I don't understand in all this is that, you know, in as much as that it appears that there are some interest here, one questions why no alternative, you know, you can't even, I don't know, it's not okay, kind of, oh, we're going to use here, we're going to pay you, we're going to take alternative where you still have CFO, you have, I mean, I told you the story is wild, crazy. And as if that is not enough, they already brought bulldozer to take the whole place down, and this played out.
They have come with the bulldozer to come and destroy the property. They have come with the bulldozer. They have come with the bulldozer. Everybody, please come out. They have come with the bulldozer.
Come out, open the gate.
Oh, the APC guys, what? Are you guys, any of you close to me? Are you not seeing this?
Open the gate. You will kill me.
They have come with the bulldozer. They have come with the bulldozer.
Video, bring out your phone, video. Before we see what's going on.
Look, We have an order of court. We have everybody is watching. This is streaming on Arise. It's streaming on Arise. It's streaming on the news. Everybody is watching. Please, everybody, come and see what they are doing. If you want to destroy, it's streaming on Arise. It's streaming on Arise. You want to destroy? We are taking pictures of you and making. It's streaming on Arise video. Look at them. They came with the bulldozer. It's streaming on Arise. All of your faces are on. Where is streaming on Arise? No, take their pictures now. It's streaming on Arise. You will come and destroy now. Look at. They came today to come and destroy. You people want to destroy. It's a lie. Where are you going to? Come and destroy.
Yes, people. Criminals. Criminals. Open your face.
Open your face. Open your face. Open your face. It's streaming on Arise. Everybody is here waiting for you.
Criminals, come! People will kill us today.
Now, you think you may have seen it or heard it all. You know, when a very dark man was speaking, he talked about a man who owned that place. A man, a fellow Niger Delta from Edo State. Who is the man in question? The wife appeared on Arise TV earlier today, and they asked him, and they asked her questions to interact, and she had made even more startling revelations, more than what we have had now before.
From Oluwari Council, Chief Rita Lori Ogbebo has accused the Federal Capital Territory, FCTA, of revoking her land and reallocating same to a company with links to the minister's crony. According to Chief Ogbebo, the land located in Life Camp was acquired after construction work was completed in the early days of Abuja development. Joining us now on the morning show is foremost Niger Delta activist and member of Oluwari Council, Chief Rita Lori Ogbebo. Good morning, madam, and welcome to the morning show.
I beg, waiting day face like this. Now makeup I've been.
Thank you very much. I don't know. I have no monitor before me to know whether Dr. Abati is there.
He is.
I only know that this period you have. God bless you. I hope Rufai is there.
Bless you, ma'am.
And Ayo is there.
Bless yes, you, we're here, ma'am.
Okay.
And God bless you. I am taking this seat this morning because I am a sad Nigerian. A sad Nigerian. And I've come to say a few things about a soldier, I know. A soldier who shared the same principles with me. A soldier who believed in this country. A soldier who fought to keep this country one. And that is my husband, Chief Colonel Paul Osa Ogbebo. I met him at the war front during the Biafran crisis. I was a young journalist working with NTA, Nigerian Television Service. He was surprised to see me at the war front. As a journalist, you want to know the meaning of this war and how they are fighting it. That is what brought me to the war front. I met him. Not too long, he and his colleagues, they lost the war at the Onitsha River. He was taken dead. His body was floating like other bodies. They were taken to the morgue. But luckily for him, it was in Benin. They found his body among the dead. He was still shaking. Huh? The people were surprised. They took him out. The rest is history, but he was alive. He fought, he continued in his sickbed, giving his best. I saw him. When it was time, he went back to work. And if you're a journalist, there are people you talk to. How is it going? What about our country? This is what made a young girl in my time at that time to talk to such a person. It was from him I knew that soldiers are not zombies. They are intellectuals. They are brave men. Like he always said to me, the difference between me and between a soldier and you is that there's a gun, you will run the other way. I will run towards where the problem is. And we laughed. This is the man I know. But like I said, when he's a quick writer, he writes, he takes notes. And when it happened, there was a coup. People suspected that because he's a writer, because he takes notes and says his mind, he must be part of that coup that took Moritola away. But Moritola was his godfather. It pained him when they accused him. They investigated him. He was free.
Madam.
But they knew he was, yes.
Madam.
So
Madam.
Yes, please. Yes.
In introduction, we talked about what Wike did to you in Abuja, putting a quick notice on your property.
He came to,
can we just talk about that and what you want President Tinubu to do for you? Because Wike is very adamant, he being a lawyer, in saying that he's following the law. Now, as he follow the law in the case that affects you, and as a prominent Nigerian, as a prominent Nigerian, what do you want?
We followed the law. What I want is first Nigerians to know that people should be paid. Nigerians should be paid and respected for what the contribution they've given to this country, not about the money and position. My husband went to Abuja as a soldier. He worked. He never went there to collect or grab land. My husband is not a land grabber. He went to work. Today, the sewage in Abuja is done by my husband. The other, he gave people hope to come to Abuja. He never collected any land. All companies, Nigerian companies, white companies, in 42 years ago, were given land as for their job. Piece of land they were given. And so my husband was given like any other person. As Polosa is a company that brought Italians, Lebanese, and they are there till today. Now, like the Abuja that is growing up, there was no system. They were all given temporary land certificates. These lands, then later they were told to revalidate. They revalidated this. They revalidated the lands. And after revalidating the land, next time they were now told, all right, you are now free to apply permanently for these lands. Came the COVID. My dear husband, who worked, the sewage system in Abuja is done by my husband. All the sewage system. My dear husband died during the COVID. He was gone. He has children. I am not part of that business, but he had children. They were all over the world. They came together to Abuja to assess what I has done. They tried to put things together. And during this period, the system There is no system in Abuja, no structure. Different governors were coming and going with different policies, different culture, different policies. Now, the only man I singled out is Mohammed Musa. Those period, he now said people should come and pay. People should not pay and regularize their process. And the process was regular. They were trying to regularize and said everybody should pay. I have the documents with me here. The children went and paid 10 million to regularize, to start regularization. During the period of regularization, they went back to them and said, we paid 10 million. Okay, give us receipt. They said, oh, the system, we are not ready yet. Which we understood. The structural system, the system itself was not in position. So, El-Rufai came. The same problem. And then, finally, they said, oh, that area, the houses there were not in the system. So they had to survey. The children paid for the survey. It is here. They paid for the survey and it was paid. And they paid for the system and continue to ask, when are we going to pay? And where is our receipt? Finally, they gave them receipts for the 10 million paid. Now, what do we do next? The next thing is all the time they say, oh, the file is with the minister. The file is with the minister. The file is with the minister. Then Wike came. Wike, the next thing, on the 22nd of November, Wike said a quick notice. The children were surprised. And as a journalist, I could not imagine it. Then the next, insisting, Wike sent another notice. I think this was on the 9th of November. That they should quit. That they are now staying and illegal, they are not staying in there illegally. The first time they said the houses were dilapidated. If the houses were dilapidated, you go there today, there are Lebanese there, there are Italians there. All those who work on the sewage, they are all still there.
Madam.
The ordinary workers are there.
Madam.
Yes,
Madam,
yes.
I asked you.
Yes.
Yeah, we understand the background. But what do you want? What are your prayers?
Yes.
When anybody goes to court, anywhere, you will state specifically, this is what I want. What do you want?
Yes. Yes. What I want is that my husband's legacy, his company should be left. We are prepared to pay this money, whatever it is they say we should pay. The children will put themselves together and pay right now as I'm talking, because it will be a waste of Pologbebo's life. He didn't bring any money home. The only thing he has is this camp that bears his name. He has no money. And the other thing that hurts me is that Wike sent this money, after withdrawing, he sent it to his own company that is manned and run by Chindai.
Do you have proof for that?
I got this.
Do you have proof for that, ma?
Yes, please.
Where's your proof?
I have the proof. I am a journalist.
Where's your
proof? And I tell you, if you find me wanting, put me into prison.
No, I want your proof.
Put me into prison.
No, I just want your proof that Wike now channeled it to his own company. I just want your proof. Where's your...
Mama, at this point, the allegation on Wike is allegedly, is an insinuation. What you see in the CSC document is Kinsley Chinda. Now, does that have any proximity to Wike? Of course, yes. Do these two individuals know? Of course, yes, right from Port Harcourt. You know, beyond that, as Rufai is saying, we do not know what I mean, it remains on the realm of speculation. However, the demolition as they want to do, we may wake up tomorrow and see that the demolition was done overnight. I mean, this is a crazy place we live in.
Proof. As a true Nigerian who has labored for this country.
I beg, Mama, make you no get heart attack or just be coming down small, I beg.
I'm giving my contribution, I swear with my blood.
Okay, you swear with your blood.
I swear with my blood. Chinda. Yes.
But we want a real proof.
And this is what is making me angry.
Ma, swearing with your blood will not cut it in court. Swearing with your blood is not a tenable proof in court. We want a tenable proof that Wike owns that company that you're attaching to him.
I went to CAC and I have the record with me.
And Wike's name is
now,
there.
and I can give you now.
Okay, can you put it, please just put it up, and Wike's name is there.
Chinda.
Chinda is...
because Chinda is there, it doesn't mean Wike's name is there. It doesn't mean Wike's name is there. If you see Chinda, did you see Wike's name as part of the directors in the company? If you saw Chinda there, it doesn't mean Wike's name is there. So you can't say it's Wike. I just want to clarify because we're on the air.
Chinda, but yes, we're on the air. Chinda is a man, a three-time rep member.
Rep member, I get you.
3 times.
I get you, ma. But
how can you look at the? You can say.
Hang on, ma. I get you. They might have political affiliation, but as long as Wike's name is not there, you cannot say it's a company that he owns. It's not the part of the director on the CAC document. It is Chinda that you saw there. It's Chinda you will hold. We're just saying this because of clarity.
All right,
on air.
Okay, ma'am. Let me ask my question. So I appreciate what you've said, and we can see the pain just visibly on your face and in your voice, and we can hear it in your voice. But I want to ask you a question. Is it just your land, the camp, your camp, that is has been issued for demolition? Or, like the report says, that the FCDA had actually issued a demolition notice to you based on the fact that the buildings in that camp were dilapidated and also were not, you can't inhabit them. Is this true, or do you think you were just targeted? Yes, ma'am.
Ayo, look, go to that camp. There are Italians. All of them are white. Most of them are white. Do you think white people will stay in a dilapidated area? This is puzzling. You want to dilapidate? This is all I'm asking today. I'm asking all Nigerians to prove Wike. Enough is enough in this country. This is our country. I work here. I worked in this country. For God's own sake, it should be probed. All land should be probed. It's grabbing land that I say so. Because I'm a Nigerian. He is a Nigerian. Why should he grab lands from people who labored for it? Where was he when Abuja was a forest? Why? What? And I challenge Mr. President, whose name is being used and polluted, that he must probe Wike. Enough is enough.
Has this matter
we worked here. This is our capital.
All right, madam. Have you approached the court on this matter? Because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm sure you'd have pursued your legal options. Have you approached the court, and what's the standing currently?
I've asked the lawyers to take over and to look into all the matters. But as I said, I am a journalist and I've done my investigation journalism. The land grabbing in Abuja is not going to help this country. Enough is enough. And you should not forget, I'm a chief from the Niger Delta. Our money is being used there. Look at our home. We are dilapidated. If you want to talk about this dilapidation, go to the Niger Delta.
You know, just for clarification here, this woman is also a human rights activist. I believe one of the early stages of environmental rights activist also. But you know, sitting down listening to her, based on the video shared by Very Dark Man and the other videos we saw, without being prejudiced here, or rather judging from one side, one would tend to think that something somewhere is not entirely adding up. I have someone joining me here. That's Ife, who is in the back room. I'll be bringing you in shortly. And for those of you who are watching who haven't subscribed to this platform, please, by all means, you can click on the subscribe button, be part of this family, share and like. Right? So, if I bring you in, then you know you know I mean, on this segment you've heard what the woman has said so far. I'll bring her in again, just the latter part of that segment. But if you tell me quickly what's your thoughts so far, I can read some of the comments you've posted. I believe you're priceless, if you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And I read some of the comments you posted earlier. You know, from the comment section, I say you're basically attacking Nigerians that they don't want to get sense, and again, I'll let you speak for yourself. So, what's your take?
Hey, Mazik is okay. Good afternoon. I'm not a politician. I don't intend to be a politician, but I'm interested in politics. I'm interested in politics because I love my country, Nigeria. I'm interested in politics because I want this country to succeed. I'm interested in politics because I'm so proud of my country. But if you listen to what has been going on recently, maybe for the past 1 week, starting from Dele Faratomi's case and, listening to this woman, I don't think we are ready to get sense in that country. I don't know the issue of what is going on, but Wike is like a mad dog now. He is completely out of control. No, it feels like nobody can touch him. He's untouchable in Nigeria, and nobody's saying anything. Nobody can get Wike's attention to tell him, slow down, slow down. If these people, they've been living here for the past maybe almost 30 years, why all of a sudden? Take them to court. But if you listen to the woman, I listened to this morning when Arise, they posted that video. She doesn't want to go to court because she doesn't trust the judiciary system. And this is where we found ourselves. Wike's wife is an appeal court judge. Do you think that woman is going to get a justice? Of course she's not. Nobody's talking about going to court now because we feel that court is useless. How did we get here?
I totally get your point. Now, if you know the trajectory where the family is coming from, would you then consider that it is wise because you're making a blanket statement saying they don't want to get sense? What is it that you think?
Not the family.
I understand. I said a blanket statement that implies every Nigerian.
Yes.
That every Nigerian doesn't want to get sense.
Yes.
What do you think? Obviously, understanding how the last election went, you and I does not have the power to appoint a minister for the FCT. Understanding that there is a minister for the FCT now, whether you like him, hate him, it's immaterial. He's there. He's, in his view, doing the job that he is employed to do. So why do you then blame the Nigerian citizens?
How did
Before you answer that question, bear in mind that the people in Abuja rejected this government which was part of, the things they presented in court in terms of plus the FCT and 25% and whatnot. If the people of Abuja had not want this, they didn't want this government to come in, isn't it unfair to make such blanket statement to blame the same people who said we don't want you? That's my point.
No, Mazi, let me tell you something. If you know how powerful the citizens are, the thing is that this is the way I look at it. I look at it because this way, from a different angle. Do we like the government we have now? No. We shouldn't have let this thing to get to this point where we are. Like somebody said, because it doesn't touch you, that means it doesn't concern you. If Nigerians, if the citizens, if the masses, if they had come out initially after that election, I think we'll be singing a new song now. If we have come out in masses immediately after that election happened, we won't be where we are today. You might disagree with me, but we are powerful. And let me give you an example. Look at
sorry, it's also not entirely right when you say that if they had come out, Nigerians came out, but many or maybe the majority didn't join them.
That's what I mean.
So now, look at it this way. The election happened. The people in Abuja and Lagos specifically said, we do not want these, we're tired of the APC. If for anything, I find it very difficult to criticize those who have exercised their franchise and saying, I do not want this. Then I'll go back and blame the people for doing nothing. They've done something. They've done, they've used their vote to say, I do not want this person.
They've not done enough.
I think someone is at your doorbell.
No, I'm seeing patients from home. I'm working from home today. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave in a minute, but I will come back. We haven't done enough. If you say that voting is the only thing and it still did not achieve the result we want, we have to do more. That's the point.
So what do you expected them to do? Before I let you go, myself and Dr. Moore, we led a protest for over 3 weeks in Abuja.
How many people came out?
No, hold on. And people were asking, oh, can you pay us our transport to come from Cairo, Nyanya, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and some of us left whatever we are doing in some, across the globe, converged in Nigeria, and it went the way it went. But like I said to you, I find it very difficult to still go back to the same people that have rejected the government and blame them for something that they've had rejected.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I can't reconcile that.
We haven't done enough. The vote, our election, the election that was conducted last year wasn't enough for us. So if you're telling me that, the people in Abuja, the two Lagos and Abuja, the two biggest states we have in Nigeria, where Tinubu lost woefully. We know what happened in this election. Let's not even go there. Then why are we not on the street? Why are the people not protesting, fighting to get their rights back? And that is why we are dealing with this. We are not yet serious in this country called Nigeria. Until we are ready to rise up against our oppressors, we will continue. These are the things we will continue to see. Look at this old woman. After almost 30 years, other people, they have come and passed, and it gets to Wike's turn. Now, this is what this woman and her children will be dealing with. And nobody will be able to call Wike, to tell Wike, hey, enough is enough. Nobody's saying anything. Until it gets to your door, until it gets to your turn. Honestly speaking. And that's why I say that sometimes I type, concern me. It's none of my business.
Anyway, you're in a very good place. joining me while
Mazi.
while at work. Don't
No,
worry,
Mazi,
it's good.
honestly, I love Nigeria. You don't, I know you live in Nigeria. You don't even love Nigeria the way I do. Mazi, I love that country, honestly speaking. If you see how I carry my country, even when I see people that are not Igbos, I see them as my own. Even when we go to work, and for the fact I hear that accent, you be Niger, and this doctor is talking to this person, and this person, you will see how we communicate. We don't even look at each other. You are Yoruba, you are Hausa, you are this. We see ourselves as Nigerians. It's only these oppressors, they are the ones dividing us.
Anyway, I have to let you by any means necessary go because the bell, maybe your client has rang more than enough. Thank you very much.
Let me go because Tinubu is the president. I need to make this money. I will be back.
Thank you very much, and thanks for
Mazi.
Yeah, bye-bye. So obviously opinions differ, and again, that's what it is. Let's take the concluding part of this narrative by Mrs. Paulosa.
Go to my grandmother's house. Go to my grandfather's house where the oil is being pumped. That is where you should go to. That is where you should help Nigerians if you want to. Not money brought to Abuja and is sunk here and is being taken over by big men of the country.
Okay, madam.
And Shinda, I am going to investigate myself. He has this company, which is in CAC, and it has his name. I have it with me. Myself, it will be a one-to-one battle.
Well, madam.
You can't do this to Nigerians.
Madam.
Enough is enough.
Madam, okay.
Yes.
I mean, nobody is above the law in Nigeria. That's the principle. But as a very prominent politician and, representative of major stakeholders in Nigeria, have you made some other backroom efforts to address this problem? Like reaching out to President Tinubu, for example, or some other principal officers of the government to say, look, this is my husband's legacy. And given my contributions to the making of Nigeria, I do not think that I do not think I've violated or my husband has violated any law. And I think that the problem is Wike's approach. Have you made any such overshots before coming onto television?
Ever wonder what sets successful
That's the almost the last part of it. But again, as the argument goes on, one begins to question. If you follow the sequence of that, they obviously two companies, her husband's company and Julius Berger, were the two companies that did most of the construction in Abuja. And the Italians you see there were basically people who were, staff members of this company. Eventually, they opted to stay. They opted to stay in Nigeria. And once they stayed in Nigeria, they, lived in this place where, according to Mrs. Paulosa, they've endeavored and tried multiple times to put the record straight. From all indications, it does appear, but she didn't say that, and it does appear that CFO was not finally given because she said that the last administration before Wike came in and the husband died before, or rather during the COVID, that things were not entirely straightened up. Maybe it could be on that premise that Wike found a lacuna, a gap. Maybe, I mean, just my own insinuation now. Could that be a lacuna was found in the whole process in order for him to do what he's doing now? Please, if you're joining me, I have someone joining me there. Please endeavor to turn on your camera so I can bring you into the stream. If you so wish to come into the stream, you have to turn on your camera. So, having said that, I think you're also a person joining me, Tony. You are joined in twice. That means you're using two browsers. So you need to shut down one. So, when I look at this, then I question again, why are things not actually done right? Because I believe if things were done right the way they ought to, maybe by now this shouldn't be a case. And if not, I mean, what are the alternative dispute resolution mechanisms that could be used? Because a lot of houses have been demolished in Abuja, and if they go ahead to demolish this one is also that it doesn't give Nigeria, because of the people also inhabiting the area, it doesn't give Nigeria a good image outside Nigeria. It's a question of our image really being battered in as a place where landed properties, property acquisitions, right to own doesn't really matter. I mean, things need to be straightened up. So quickly, let me see if you're there, Tony. Tony, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, you can't hear me. I think you're still struggling with your audio and your video. Anyway, like I said, let's quickly take the last part of it, then we'll call it a day.
Louis, there are people making or trying to. I even went to the house. The children, it is their business. It's not me. I am Rita Lori. I own my own. I own my institution away from my husband. They went to see their rep yesterday. But me, Dr. Abati, I'm a proud Nigerian. I worked for this country. I'm not a noisemaker. I don't have to bow to anybody. Nobody has a right to just go to anywhere because you're in position, revoke and give it to somebody else. I have all the papers here. And I swear by my God, these are very sad moments for Nigerians and for me, because I believe in my country. I have nowhere to go. I believe in my country. I don't have to beg anybody to survive. All I have to do is to keep to the laws of my country and work for the good of my country. I've provided jobs for my country. I do my best. I don't have to beg Dr. Abati. Not this way. I'm not begging anybody. I'm sorry.
Okay, I can see your countenance. So sorry about.
Again, I don't know. I have no opinion on this, because the question, if you understand the question that Abati asked is, is she willing, or would they be willing to make an overture, or if they had done so, to the president? And to her, she said, well, she's not going to be speaking to the president. Obviously, that's exactly what she said, and probably not ready to make that overture. Therefore, I don't know how this would eventually be resolved.
So sorry about your ordeal. I mean, so sorry about. I understand there's a video. We'll call for the video, but I also. Okay, you can call for the video of people that are living there, but Ma, just take it easy, please. Just take it easy, and we'll see through that video and we'll come back.
It's not done. It's not like
we have families. We have children. It's not done like that.
And all the houses in this camp, no one house is vacant. All is full. All is full. So he will come and kick out 24 hours.
You can look behind. This is the community that lives here. I don't use the word people, community. Most of them, if not all, have not slept because of the notice served, 24-hour demolition notice. They've not slept. They have been communicating back and forth with people they also know in Nigeria. not just to save their home, but to save their community. They are here. Look at everybody here. Everybody, they've been here. Whatever has been put out there, this is not an empty plot of land. Nobody here is a squatter. This is a community. This property has been in existence since 1981. And we've been given documents 1984. 1984. So if you are asking us to pay a penalty, tell us that. Don't just come overnight and tell us to leave. We're Nigerians.
Even if you are not Nigerians, or foreigners.
Yes, we've contributed our quota.
You still have rights. You still have the right.
We have rights.
Even though you are not a Nigerian.
Yes, you have the papers.
Yes.
Anyway,
AI is transforming industries everywhere, and trading.
What you can that's what you can see. Their argument here then is posited, even if you're not a Nigerian, as long as you're a being, as long as you are alive, you should not be treated in this way. So, Tony, let me try once more. Tony, are you there? Tony, can you hear me? Tony, fix your system. I think your browser needs an update. So, and you basically begin to wonder. As I said before, I can't overemphasize. I can't belabor this.
They're so sorry. The way forward probably for you will be, apart from all of this, to also call on the legal team, but I want you said you don't go out to beg anybody, but I want you to speak to President Tinubu as we speak. Talk to him from your heart. I mean, you started by narrating the story of your very lovely husband, which you've been stealing. I can see, the emotions in your eyes, and sorry about what you're going through, but I want you just to talk, get a chance to talk to President Tinubu. Now, you never know, he might be watching this, and just pour out your mind to him on this as much as you can.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll try. I will try.
Shoot your shot. It's giving you an opportunity to do that on live TV.
Go ahead. He's probably listening, or people around him.
Shoot your
are
shot,
listening.
madam.
Just speak from your heart.
Take off the globe
and tell him your prayers, what you want.
The gown of pride, and shoot your shot.
What I want, number one, when I go to court, I want the courts to be left alone, to investigate and see whether Paul Ogbebo is a criminal, is a land grabber, or he has given his best to this country. As a soldier, and I'm in a bad shape now. I'm sorry.
Well, madam, we understand.
In a world of...
we understand your plight.
I am sorry. I want the court to be left alone. Let the court take the decisions. But I don't want to doubt the courts. Because this is what I'm living for. The courts, Nigeria. I don't want to doubt the courts. I want the courts to look at this matter the way they should. Legally, truly, panachetly, they should look at it. Because...
Madam, you can't be calling on the court to look at the matter if you haven't gone to court. The court doesn't go to Arise TV, watch all the video clips, and pick the one they will handle. You said you don't want to go to court, and you're calling on the court. I understand that you're distressed and emotionally not in the best place, but, these things it doesn't work that way.
I have Paul Ogbebo has over 10 men. 10 men. Who do we tell them? They saw their father. Their father gave them good example. What are they going to now say? They have a country. They have Nigeria. They can run to. He has grandchildren.
Madam,
What do we tell them?
Madam, we understand your concern, and I'm sure that many women in Nigeria and elsewhere in your condition will identify with you, fighting for your husband's legacy and also for your children's inheritance, and then standing up to say that Nigeria should treat people fairly, whether in the Federal Capital Territory or elsewhere. We'd like to thank you for joining.
Anyway, on that note, I say, may Nigeria never happen to any one of us. May Nigeria never happen to any of us. May Nigeria never happen to any of us. Good night, and God bless us all. I am still Mazi Ezoke. Please like, share, and subscribe.
La 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 la.